Hello, and welcome to How to Play the Clarinet, Episode 1. So today, this is for complete beginners, and in this program, you'll go from a beginner player to an advanced player. Alright, so, we're going to start here. This is the clarinet. The clarinet takes something called a reed. A reed is put right there on the ligature. Many classes will start with telling you the parts of this instrument, but I find that knowledge does not need to be known in order to play the clarinet. Anyways, so how to put the clarinet together? Well, I'm about to show you. Alright, this is how to put the instrument together. You take this piece, and you see this piece, you'll know because it'll have this finger thing on it. You'll screw this on. Then you'll take this piece, and you'll put it on this piece. There's actually that piece right there, I'm covering it up right now, but right there goes on to that piece right there, over. In order to do that, you'll have to press down on a few of the top keys. The ones to hit is right here. Once they perfectly line up like that, you know your clarinet is straight. Then you have this piece. It will actually go right on top, then your mouthpiece goes directly on top of that. Now, the next is choosing a reed. You can either go with a wooden reed like I have on my instrument right now, or you can go with a plastic reed that's on this mouthpiece. Anyways, I'm actually going to show you how to place a reed. There's two types of ligature, which is the metal piece or the plastic piece that holds your reed on. So this is one with the plastic. You slide it on like that. You never want to touch the tip. Never, because it can break it. You don't have to be as careful with plastic as wood, but you still have to be very careful. And as you saw, you just screw it that way. Once it gets hard to turn, it's on. As long as it's even, the top part, it should look like that over there, like that. I'd always check on my instrument. There's really no difference between plastic, except plastic's a little easier to sound bad on. But I mean, there's not much of a difference. Now these, so basically you put on your instrument like this. You just basically will slide it on to the correct position. Yep. And place it in. You usually want to do this on the body of the clarinet, but I mean, yeah, those are two types of mouthpieces. Next up, let's get to actual playing. Alright, so this is how to play the instrument. First, you want to sit up straight, sitting on the edge of your chair with your legs in a decent position with your feet flat on the floor. Alright, how to play. You put your hands, all three fingers on this, and your thumb right there. You don't want to touch any of these keys when you put it down. And then when you put in your pinky right here, should be able to reach all of these keys. They may need to touch it, touch those keys, and actually press them down when you make a noise a little later on. Next, take your hand, you put three fingers right here. And then you put your thumb to rest on this metal thing, like this. Yep. Once again, it should be able to touch these four keys down there. So next, you're actually going to learn a few notes on this. So yeah. But before that, I'm going to show you how to blow into the instrument. So it's actually called an embouchure when you're blowing into the instrument. But think if you're like drinking a smoothie or a milkshake, how your face would look when you're sipping into the straw. Probably something like this. So imagine just doing that, and then curve your bottom lip over your teeth. It should look something like this. And then simply slide your clarinet in, and it should look like this. Alright, front view. Just so you know what it looks like. And then when you blow, you want focused, fast, warm air. You might be thinking, well, of course the air is going to be warm. But actually, if it's not fast enough, it will be cold in the instrument. And what you want to be warm and vibrating is the reed, otherwise it will not play. So yeah, so basically you just blow in the fast, warm air. Now I'm going to actually show you how to do a few notes. But first, try that with no fingers held down, but keep your hands in the right position without pushing down any of the keys. You can rest it on the metal part of the clarinet without pushing down on the keys. That note is a G. Yep, you just played the clarinet. But now I'm going to get a little bit more advanced with you and actually show you some of the notes on the page. The note you played was the G note right there. On your music staff, if you can count 1 bar and 2 bars up on your music staff, you'll have the G note. Alright, next to play F, you'll hold down your thumb on your upper hand on the instrument. Should look something like this. Yep, so that's the finger you hold down, just that finger. Do not touch this key up here or it will make an incredibly different sound. It should sound something like this. Now, try playing a G and then an F. Yep, that's right. Now try it again. Now, pause this video if you cannot get that to sound, and keep playing until you do. If you can't get it to sound, especially on the F, you may not be covering the hole completely, especially if your F is sounding like this. You see, that's not the same sound as this. This is different. Yep. And so next, what you're going to play is an E. An E, think of the music staff, which is the thing that the notes are on, like stairs. First, on that first line is a G, a half stair below that is an F, then another stair below that is an E. An E will look something like that. That's an E. Right there. Oh. Yeah, right there. That's an E. For an E, you hold down your first finger up here and your thumb. Just those 2 fingers. Try playing an E. Now, play all the notes. Keep doing that until you have got all 3 of those notes. Next, I'm going to teach you a D. That note right there is a D. As you can see, what you do is you hold down your first 2 fingers and your thumb. Now try playing a D. Now, try it one more time. Now play all the notes in order. If you're not getting any of those notes, please pause the video now and keep trying it until you do. Next, I'm going to teach you a C. That is a C. Right there. That's a C. You can see it's a little bit below the staff, but that's okay, because every line below or above the regular part of the staff is just telling you how low it is. A C is played all 3 fingers in thumb. It sounds something like this. Try playing it one more time. Alright, now play all the notes in order. Yep. If you can't get any of those notes, please pause the video now and keep trying it until you do. Congratulations, you have just learned the first 5 notes that any clarinet player should learn on clarinet. Alright, next I'm going to teach you a few of the musics. Vocabulary terms and what they look like. These are stuff that you will need to know in your music playing. Right there, those are all rest. Each one is worth one rest. A rest is one beat. A beat is basically a tempo marking, which is how fast or slow you play. It's a quarter rest, so it's basically just one beat. So say your tempo was like this. A quarter rest would be one of those. Next, that is a quarter note. A quarter note is the equivalent length of a quarter rest. It is worth one beat. So, if it was a quarter note, it would sound something like this. You'd basically be playing one for every one of those. Alright. Now you've learned what a quarter rest and a quarter note is. If you do not understand these terms, please pause the video and replay that segment now. Alright. Next I'm going to teach you what a double bar and a repeat sign are. A repeat sign will repeat wherever it is to the beginning until an opposite direction repeat sign. A repeat sign will usually be at the end, but in some pieces of music, in the middle of the music. That's an example of a repeat sign. That is the only way a repeat sign will look. Next, I'm going to teach you what a double bar is. A double bar means it's the end of the music. So, that means the music is completely done. No more. The song is over. Alright. So next, I'm going to teach you a short song based off of the notes and the rhythms and the ending bars, which are the repeat sign and the double bar, as a little test to end this video, to see what you have learned. Here it is. Alright, now let's see what you've learned. Pause the video now and try playing that. Alright, what that should have sounded like is... If that is what you played, then you passed the episode 1, the first video in the series, How to Play the Clarinet. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to this video. Stay tuned for a second episode in How to Play the Clarinet for more knowledge of how to play the clarinet. This video series will turn you from a beginner player to an advanced player.